everybody, Kanisha Creator here, and now I am going to talk about my writing career. Well, it's not really a career unless you get paid, technically. So, my writing habits. Okay, so, all you fellow writers out there, have you ever had this happen to you? One moment you're sleeping peacefully, and then all of a sudden you think about this brilliant idea for something to happen in your story. Then you immediately get up, grab your phone or your laptop. I don't know if you would immediately grab your laptop and turn it on, but I would just grab my phone, I just grab my phone and then go to Google Docs and then just start writing my story. Has that ever happened to you? Because that happens to me every single day, I swear. One moment I'm frolicking a field or maybe riding a motorcycle on fire. I don't know. My dreams are weird. Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I probably should have paused it, but I just published one of my videos. Anyway, like I was saying, one of the things that would happen to me is I'll be sleeping peacefully or maybe taking a nap, and then all that's buzzing through my head is, oh, girl, I have this brilliant idea for your story. You aren't busy right now, are you? That happens to me every day. I swear on everything I know and love, I'm not making this up. I'll legit just wake up from a dream. It'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then all of a sudden I just start thinking about my story, and then I start typing it, and then before I know it, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, dang it, man, I gotta wake up my cousin so they can get ready for school. Darn it. See, and I said my thing really early. Now I know what y'all thinking, Kanisha. Why do you said it so early? How early could you possibly set it? Yeah, I set it for 5 o'clock. Now, I bet most of y'all are probably thinking, do you really need to set it for 5 o'clock? No, I don't have to. I can set it for 6 o'clock, technically. The problem is, I'm one of those people who doesn't always like getting up in the morning. So, most of the time, I try and make sure I wake myself up very early. But at the same time, one of the reasons I do it at 5 instead of 6 is because one hour is not enough to fully wake me up. It has to at least be 2 hours. And another reason is I kind of like watching YouTube videos and anime in the morning, so it's kind of more of a personal reason and less of a actual kind of good reason that I actually wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Technically it's 5:09, but it's still 5 o'clock. Oh, there. Now I bet most of you are thinking, wait, Kanisha, didn't you say you're like 21? Why don't you just try some coffee to wake yourself up instead of waking up that early? I'm not a coffee drinker just yet. I haven't tried coffee yet. I don't know if I'll like it or if I'll ever like it. No, I'm not a coffee person. I'm a water and tea person or soda. I don't drink soda that often, but I do still like soda. My favorite is Sprite, of course. But I don't mind Pepsi. Pepsi's good too. But yeah, I'm not a coffee person. So for any of those people who remember that I've said many times I'm in my 20s and I could just try coffee to keep myself up, I don't know if I want to or if I don't want to. It's like a kind of, maybe I'll give it a try if I think it's a good idea. But right now, I don't think I want to do that. Oh, another habit of mine is I'll just randomly start a story, but sometimes I don't know how to finish the story, so I'll accidentally just finish it and then never go back to it. Like, there'll be this story. It'll be about, I'm just gonna make this off the top of my head. It'll be about this rabbit who finds a magical universe and gets turned into an anthropomorphic creature instead of just a regular rabbit that just eats carrots and stuff. And then this rabbit decides, being in this magical world, that they'll be a baker. And then they meet these other anthropomorphic people who are soldiers. And she starts to fall in love with one of the soldiers. Now here's where the story will go. The soldiers will have this epic battle, but one of them goes missing. And then I don't know how I'm going to bring them back. And then that's the end of the story. That happens so many times, I swear. I'm not making this up. It'll happen so many times where I come up with this epic story, an epic like middle part, but I can't come up with the conclusion, so I just end it right there. Sometimes it kind of works in my favor because I'm like, you know what, that ending was actually not that bad. I thought it would end up being terrible, but you know what? As the way I see it, that actually was a perfect ending. But other times I'm like, dang it, man, I wish I had came up with a better ending for that because it was so anticlimactic. And let me tell you, I hate anticlimactic endings. They are the worst. The worst. Man, anticlimactic endings are even worse than endings that end on a cliffhanger. Trust me, I don't like being one of those writers that ends it that way, but I can't help it. Sometimes my brain just goes, pfft, and I hate being on writer's block. It's the worst. And trust me, it happens to me way more times than you would think it would happen. Anyway, let me just tell you about another thing that I do often. A lot of times, I will be watching this TV show, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, after I finish the show, I'll start writing this story, and then I realize this story is exactly like the show I just watched. The only difference is I just changed the magical world they're in and their names. But it's pretty much like the TV series, and I'll be like, who cares? No big TV producers or anybody read my story, so it's not like they can sue me, and it's not like I'm really selling my book. See, I put my books on this little website called Web Novel. Please check it out. I have many accounts, and I will link them in the description below so you can check all of them out. But anyway, I create these stories on there, and so many of them are like the TV shows, movies, manga, anime that I watch. Literally, you can read my stories and then you'll be like, hey, this is just like this anime that I just finished watching. Or, this is just like that old TV show. What was it called again? It happens so many times, I swear. I know I'm not the only one that has these problems, but I swear I be feeling like I'm just copying off of what the other creators created. And it makes me feel sad. But then again, it's not like I'm plagiarizing technically. Because technically it's not like I'm owning what they wrote. It's just taking some of their ideas and making them my own. Besides, how many times have y'all watched an anime, TV show, movie, whatever, and thought, hey, this is just like this other show? Like, I swear many of y'all will say that, and it won't even be the same creator who created those two anime. It'll be a totally different creator. It happens way too many times. way too many times for me. There's another thing that I always like to do. I'll write my story, and while I'm writing my story, I'll show the story that I'm writing on the internet. And I won't show the title at first until I, publish my video. But many times I'll show the way I come up with my stories and everything else. I have fun with that because nobody can really judge me because there don't be many comments saying, you should have came up with that name or should have came up with that name. It's just so peaceful and quiet. Oh, another thing is sometimes I'll be writing for such a long time that my hands get really tired. Especially this hand, because this is my writing hand. Or typing hand, I should say. Actually, I use both hands to type, but that's mostly on my computer. I use this hand to type the most. So this hand will be like, ah, cramp, cramp. And then I cannot write anything. So I'll just start watching TV and be like, it's okay, arm, just rest. Just rest. So that's my stories about writing. I'll tell you more in the next video. I want to make each one of these as short as possible so I can be able to make as many videos at once each day. Have a good day. Bye. Like, comment, and subscribe.